high and then start the thing so that it's only that one thing.
Well, the South African cricket team are in Sri Lanka now for a tour that doesn't last a month, but in that period, it will be quite significant, won't it? Daryll Cullinan joins me from Johannesburg for his thoughts. It's just 3 one-day games and a couple of test matches, but a significant month for South African cricket.
It absolutely is. It's almost the dawn of a new era with Domingo and new captains, a new captain in Hashim Amla and AB de Villiers doing the one-day series captaincy. So all the talk is about the World Cup next year, but let's not take our off the 2 test matches. There's a lot for South Africa to play for and a lot to prove.
Also against Sri Lanka, Daryll, who are a team that's on the got reasons to be quite confident. They won the T20, the one-day series, as well as the Test match series in England recently.
They are a very good side at the moment. I thought the emergence of Angelo Matthews, my concerns before everything started was they lacked a bit of batting depth, but he really played superbly in Sangakkara and Jai Warden. We know what superb players they are. Coming towards the end of their careers, like any other player, they will have a lot to prove, and now particularly playing at home, they'll want to continue with that form. So they're confident. They've got some really good players around it all, and they've got some X factor in terms of their spin options.
Can I ask you from a South African perspective, Daryll? Quite clearly, the big talking point will be this interesting dynamic between Hashim Amla and AB de Villiers. One man is one-day captain, the other man is test captain.
I still can't quite make sense of it. I don't see the point of it. Both play in both formats. I believe it should have been one or the other. But nevertheless, it is what it is. They've got to make it work. I think knowing a little bit about both of them, they'll be very accommodating in that sort of sense. My concern lies with the team being able to adapt to 2 styles of captaincies, because I expect them to be quite different. But look, they're professionals. They're international cricketers. In many ways, they've got to lead themselves. So let's see what unfolds.
The other interesting aspect of this is South Africa have a pretty poor record in Sri Lanka since the turn of the century. They've won one-day game in 13, one test match in 7. They really need to start improving that record in Sri Lanka.
Well, the point is how many sides go well in the subcontinent, and I think it'll be no different this South Africa. It's the same old story. Can they pace? They don't have spin options. Can they pace and settle Sri Lanka? How will they cope with the Sri Lankan spinners? Can they outbat Sri Lanka, particularly in the Test series? I think the one-day series may be a little bit different. I think it's more of a fairer contest. But sides coming to the subcontinent, they don't have time to really adjust. And it's always an uphill struggle. Wickets are always going to be prepared to nullify, like South Africa, their pace attack to suit the home side. So I don't think it really comes as a surprise. I don't see South Africa, they've never had, and I don't see on this tour having the spin options, because ultimately that's where it has to be won to unsettle Sri Lanka. So it's the same old, sadly.
Yes, and it's been 8 years since South Africa played a test match in Sri Lanka. Just one final thought. You personally did quite well, just checking up the numbers in Sri Lanka. Got a couple of hundreds. There's a lot of young batsmen in there, a lot of guys who haven't played there. Any advice from Daryll Cullinan?
Well, it's not going to be easy. I just found the one thing batting, particularly in the subcontinent, Sri Lanka is no different, that it takes time to get in. We used to play in pace bowling, and seldom will you come in where you've got 2 spinners bowling at you, or one from the word go. When you look up, there's no gaps in front of you, so there's boundaries to get you going, not quite there. But once you get in, you've really got to fight hard. Once you get in, it's funny just how you become accustomed, and then suddenly the runs start to flow. So it's a question of that. Yes, there is a lot of inexperience. I'll draw on what experience there is. By and large, they have a lot of subcontinent experience. But hit the ground running to find a way to score and to hold your own, that's the biggest challenge. And I assure you, the Sri Lankan side is going to give South Africa no chance to do that. They're going to smother that batting. They realize there's a lot of inexperience there, and they're going to come hard at them and make life as difficult as possible.
Always good to have the thoughts of Daryll Cullinan. We hope to talk to him during the series as well. Thank you very much for your time.
Great pleasure.
Daryll, can I just get you to do some nods for me so that I can put those in? Great. Got it, Daryll. Thank you so much.
All right, Gaurav.
Cheers.
Chat to you again. Cheers for now.
Yeah.